We're here with Leslie Vaughn, Fort Payne City Council candidate. Your first question is, what do you think are the top 5 most important issues for Fort Payne, and how do you plan to achieve those and or pay for them?
Top 5, I believe, are infrastructure, school systems, which term limits for councilmen if they can't get it done in a certain amount of time. Definitely need to be finding another job. And proper use of city funds on anything. I see a lot of wasted tax money going on stuff that we really don't need.
All right, second question is, setting and maintaining a city budget can be very difficult. How do you plan to raise revenue and cut expenses?
Well, we can cut expenses by cutting out a lot of excess spending that we don't need. There's certain things in this town that have been bought that we do not need, that need, the person that has got the stuff in those buildings needs to be paying rent or paying for the use of that building. And I don't know for certain what's going on with that one certain building that I'm talking about, but I really don't like that building.
Okay.
I think it's a waste. I'm willing to work with anybody and get a budget set and do our best to bring in new business. I see a lot of empty buildings in this town that could be used if the proper people were approached and brought into it. I've seen a lot of restaurants in other towns that that make good money, and they have a limited menu, and that makes it where they can make a lot more money, which will bring in more revenue for the city.
Okay. All right. Last question is, what do you think the role of a council person is?
The role of the council person is to voice the opinion of the common citizen that does not have access to the meetings due to the fact of where they're at. When the meeting's being in the middle of the day, a lot of the citizens are not able to attend. So I want to be a voice for that person to tell their side as well as my side of what needs to be done, what needs to happen in this town.
Okay. All right. Last, tell the voters a little bit about yourself and why they should vote for you.
Well, I moved to Fort Payne from Ider, Alabama in 1991. When I moved down here, I met the girl of my dreams. So, that kind of sort of set my budget and feet into the ground here. We bought a house over on Clark Avenue. I watched that side of town start deteriorating, and a lot of the city inspections not being enforced. So I lived there for 20-something years, moved to Lakewood subdivision about 5 years ago. We have a 14-year-old girl here that goes to school here in Fort Payne. I talked to Andy Parker about right after the last election to see what it took to run for city council. I've been praying about it for 3 years. I just feel that I would be an asset to the city, considering I'm a veteran. I have military training, I have police training, I also have medical training as an RN, and I do have a vested interest in Fort Payne with having a daughter going to school here in Fort Payne. I just feel like I would be a good candidate for the position. I would be able to voice the common man's side of bad things.
All right, thank you very much.